Welcome to the 2021 EMSC All-Grantee meeting, and thanks for navigating to our poster. My name is Anna, and while I spearheaded this regional effort through the New Hampshire EMSC State Partnership Program, my neighboring states and their EMSC programs were integral in this process, so cheers and congrats to them also. A casual discussion began at a previous in-person meeting about how difficult we were finding performance measure EMSC 04 to be to get off the ground. You know, the one about getting your hospitals to be recognized to stabilize and manage pediatric medical emergencies? Well, the we included the states of Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, New York, Connecticut, and New Jersey. The usual gang that runs them up together. Of these 8 states, Connecticut was the only one with a running Pediatric Readiness recognition program, and they were willing to let their program, called Always Ready for Children, to be shared region-wide. Here in New Hampshire, there is a volunteer pediatric trauma recognition program that's tied to the adult trauma recognition program, but the idea of a pediatric medical recognition program has been deferred and almost scoffed at for decades. This was due to having few pediatric facilities in the state and leads to frequent across-state transfers for higher-level pediatric care. And of course, New Hampshire is the live free or die state, so the independence is fierce here. Whatever your state's struggle is to get this program off the ground, we here in the Northeast hope this program and poster, available resources at the QR code below, will help you start progressing on Performance Measure EMSC 04. The performance measure states that by 2022, next year, 25% of your hospitals are recognized as part of a statewide, territorial, or regional standardized program that are able to stabilize and or manage pediatric medical emergencies. But how does one recognize that an ED is pediatric ready? Research shows that the presence of a Pediatric Emergency Care Coordinator, or PEC, is associated with an ED being more prepared to care for children, and that patient presentation to a hospital with a high National Pediatric Readiness Assessment Score, NPRA, is associated with decreased mortality, so we chose these 2 pillars as grounds for ED designation. Our designation comes in 3 categories: engaged, ready, and innovator. Our goal was to start with low expectations to gain buy-in with the plan of increasing expectations over the years to avoid a ceiling effect if needed. Each of the 3 categories relies on the facility having an assigned PEC or PECs and their participation in the NPRA. Check out the poster for more details. Our 2 main objectives were 1, to minimize morbidity and mortality of acutely ill and injured children seeking emergency care via positive reinforcement of pediatric QI efforts. That should sound familiar. The second objective was to continue to bolster the collaboration efforts across our region. This helps our state partnership programs by dividing workload, but it also streamlines the continuum of care and gains the attention of additional stakeholders. It also happens to be something we're wicked good at here in the Northeast. The Always Ready for Children, or ARC program, is in its infancy, with most states having approval from their advisory committee and working on the introduction period. During the introduction time, some states have sent introduction packets to all state ED facilities. Within this packet, which is available to you via that pesky QR code, is a cover letter, a program information packet, and some resources for the providers at the ED facility. With the NPRA closing recently, we expect some states to enter the recognition process this fall, and all Northeast states to be on board over the next year or 2. Over the coming years, we will also reassess how long a recognition will be good for and whether a ceiling effect is happening and we need to increase expectations to allow continued pediatric improvement through all facilities. Thanks again for joining us at our poster. You can reach Anna for questions at Anna, A-N-N-A, .K as in Kappa, .Sessa, S-E-S-S-A, all S's as in sunshine, and that's at hitchcock.org. That information can also be found at that QR code, and the QR code also includes all the resources listed on this poster. Please make sure to reach out to Kansas and Connecticut EMSC state partnership programs for creating such amazing resources and making them available to all. Cheers.